Hello everyone, welcome back to Atreyu Crochet. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you another swatch. This is sort of a mesh stitch that utilizes double crochet and single crochet. It's really fun, really easy, and it will crochet up fast. I know Mother's Day will be approaching, so I wanted to get some videos with gift ideas for Mother's Day where you could start now and then have it completed in time. Okay? Things you will need include some yarn, whatever yarn you want to use. In the thumbnail, you will see that I used a different yarn than this. It's just for demonstration. So if I can find the yarn, I will link it in the description. Check the description box if you want to use the yarn that I used for the full scarf. And yeah, this medium 4 usually calls for 5 or 5.5 millimeter US crochet hook. I'm going to use, normally I use the J6 millimeter, but I'm going to be using a smaller one. I'm going to use size G today for this. And yeah, let's get started. So we'll start out with the slip knot. You'll take your yarn, you'll wrap it around that finger, twist exchange, now wrap it around that way. We're going to pull this one over that one and off your finger. While lifting up on the one on your finger, we'll insert our crochet hook, and then we will pull to tighten. I haven't used this crochet hook in a while, so let's see how it goes. Alright, so the pattern is a multiple of 4 plus 2. I'm going to make 4 times 3. That'll be my multiple, 4 times 3, which is 12, and then plus 2. So that's a total of 14 chains. Let's get to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, okay? If you want to go wider, feel free. Just increase the multiple. For instance, 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2, 18, okay? And you have a different and larger width. All right, let me zoom in because we're about to get down to business. So you want to put a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. This is the first chain from the hook. This is the second one. So we're going to go in there and we're going to put a single crochet. When you make a single crochet, you do not yarn over first. You just enter the stitch, in this case, the chain. So we'll skip one, go into the second one. All right, and we didn't yarn over. Now we yarn over. We'll pull through to the front for 2 loops. 1, 2. Yarn over, go through 2. 1, 2. Chain 2. 1, 2. Okay, so now that we've chained 2, we're going to skip a chain down here, and we're going to put a double crochet in the one thereafter. So I'll yarn over to prepare. I'm going to skip the next chain, okay? This is the chain, the second chain from the hook that I put the single crochet in. We're going to skip that chain, the next one, and put a double crochet in the one thereafter. So we skip one, go into the one thereafter, and we make a double crochet. Remember, when you make a double crochet, you yarn over first, which is why I did it that way. And then skip, go into the one thereafter, and I'm going to put a double crochet in there. You can go through 1 loop or 2 loops, whatever you prefer. Yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2. Yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2. Chain 2, 1, 2. Once again, we're going to skip the next one, and then the one thereafter, we're going to put a single crochet. So we don't yarn over, we just enter, and we make our single crochet. And now we're just going to keep alternating between the single crochet and the double crochet, chaining 2 in between. Okay, so chain 2, 1, 2, skip 1, and the one thereafter, we put a double crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2, skip 1, and the one thereafter, put a single crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2, and the one thereafter, we're going to put a double crochet. So skip 1, and the next one goes a double crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2, skip 1, and in that final chain we're going to put a single crochet. Okay, so that's row 1. Now for row 2, we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, and let me stop right there and say that that chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So the key to the rest of this scarf or this swatch will be putting the opposite type of stitch or the other stitch in the stitch that you're crocheting into. Let me explain. Right now, that's the single crochet. For row 2, that's the single crochet of row 1. For row 2, because that's a single crochet, we want a double crochet on top. So that's why we chain 3. Okay? The chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So now we'll turn our work. Okay? So we've chained 3, and now imagine that chain 3 is a double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2. The same way we were chaining 2 in between the single crochet and double crochet, we're going to chain 2 now. So we'll chain 2 more. 1, 2, and now it's time to crochet into the next stitch. The next stitch is this double crochet. Remember from row 1, it was the double crochet. But remember I told you the trick is to crochet the other stitch in every stitch below. So because that's a double crochet, now we're going to put a single crochet into it. So we'll slice the icing off the top of the cake like that. Notice we did not yarn over first. Why? Because it's a single crochet. So we just entered the stitch. So slice the icing off the top of the cake. Now we yarn over. Pull through to the front for 2 loops. 1, 2, yarn over, go through 2. Alright. Now we're going to chain 2 like normal. 1, 2. In the next stitch, that's a single crochet. See how it's shorter than that one? Okay. So that means we're going to put a double crochet in there. To make a double crochet, remember to yarn over first. Slice the icing off the top of the cake and make your double crochet. So remember, between the single crochet and the double crochet, you always chain 2. So we just completed the double crochet, now chain 2. 1, 2. The next stitch is a double crochet. That means we put a single crochet in there, slicing the icing off the top of the cake. Chain 2, 1, 2. The next stitch is a single crochet that we're crocheting into, so we put a double crochet, yarning over first. Okay? Chain 2, 1, 2. The next stitch is a double crochet, so we slice the icing off the top of the cake and we make a single crochet. Okay? And chain 2, 1, 2. And then that's a single crochet. I don't know if you remember it, but that's the single crochet. That was the single crochet that we put into the second chain from the hook when we first started row 1. So because that's a single crochet, we're going to put a double crochet, the other stitch, remember? Yarn over, and you can kind of give yourself the aerial view so you can see the top. Slice the icing off the top of the cake like that, and make your double crochet. Okay, that's row 2. Alright, so you're going to be basically repeating rows 1 and 2, okay, for the duration of this swatch. So, always think about what you're crocheting into, what type of stitch you're crocheting into. We ended on the double crochet. That means that we're going to put a single crochet into that stitch. But first, to get us up to the height, we're going to chain 1. So chain 1, turn your work into that very first stitch, the double crochet, right, where that chain 1 is coming out of. That's where we're going to put our single crochet. So we slice the icing and make a single crochet. So it's a single crochet and the double crochet. Don't forget to chain 2. The next stitch is a single crochet, so we put a double crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2. Double crochet, so we put a single crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2. You guys can slow this down if you need. Double crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2. And here, that's where that chain 5 is. You can start here, or you can start at the bottom and just count 3 chains up. So remember, this is 5 chains, so you can start at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then that third chain up, that's where we're going to put the single crochet. Okay? When you crochet in the third chain up, that leaves those 2 chains there for that chain 2 space. Okay? So remember, the first 3 chains count as the double crochet, which is over the single crochet, and then by crocheting the single crochet in that third chain up, 1, 2, 3, you leave 2 chains and it creates the space. Alright, next row. Always think about what type of stitch you're going to first crochet into. Well, this is a single crochet, so we need to create the double crochet. Okay? How do we create the double crochet when we're first starting out? Well, we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the double crochet in the single crochet. Turn your work. Now we need to chain 2 to create the chain 2 space, right? And then in this double crochet, we put the single crochet. Okay? Chain 2, double crochet. chain 2, single crochet, slicing the icing off the top of the cake. Chain 2, double crochet. You guys can see why this is so easy and crochets up so fast. Chain 2, single crochet. So you should always be alternating between the double crochet, that's the chain 3, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet. If you go down, you should always see the opposite type of stitch. Single crochet, that's a double crochet. This is double crochet, so that's a single crochet. That's a single crochet, double, double, single, single, double. This is the chain 3 counts as the double, and that's the single. Chain 2, and in this final single crochet, you put a double crochet. I knew that that was going to be a double crochet. One, because the previous one was a single crochet, but also because what I was crocheting into was a single crochet. Okay, and that is the swatch, you guys. So yeah, it's very easy. It's like a zigzaggy sort of mesh stitch, and yeah, you can crochet whatever you want. I think this will be a perfect pattern for a scarf, a Mother's Day scarf, especially for the spring. It's very airy with all the holes. And I think it'll be nice. I would make it a little bit wider, so I'll probably start out with chaining, a total of 18, and then just so it gives it a little bit more width. But yeah, I think moms and grandmothers and wives and, everyone would love something like this. So, alright guys, that's going to be it for this video, but I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, happy crocheting!